Have you ever wondered why some men effortlessly captivate the attention of women, leaving them intrigued and wanting more? What if I told you that the secret isn't about wealth, looks, or status? Instead, it lies in how they communicate. High-value men possess a unique ability to speak in a way that resonates deeply, creating an emotional imprint that lingers long after the conversation ends. Imagine this. A woman meets a man who doesn't just charm her with empty compliments or flashy stories. He makes her feel something, a mix of curiosity, comfort, and excitement. She walks away, but he's still on her mind. What did he do differently? How did he plant himself in her thoughts so effortlessly? In this video, we're diving deep into the art of communication mastered by high-value men. By the end, you'll know how to craft interactions that not only draw women toward you, but make them think about you long after you've parted ways. And trust me, the final part of this journey will reveal a dynamic so powerful, it will redefine how you connect with women forever. So, stay with me until the very end. Let's begin with the cornerstone of every impactful interaction: the power of first impressions. 1. The power of first impressions, setting the foundation for long-lasting attraction. Picture this. You enter a room, and without saying a word, all eyes are on you. How is this possible? First impressions aren't just about what you say. They're a delicate symphony of body language, tone, and the energy you exude. High-value men understand that the initial moments of interaction are not about proving their worth, but about planting a seed of intrigue and attraction. The emotional impact of presence. Before you even open your mouth, you're already communicating. Women are highly attuned to subtle cues. The way you stand, the way you move, and even the calmness in your breath. Confidence is not about arrogance or loud bravado. It's about a quiet assurance that speaks volumes. Your posture should be straight but relaxed, your movements deliberate yet unforced. This tells her, I am comfortable in my own skin, and I don't need to prove myself to anyone. But let's go deeper. How do you project confidence that leaves a lasting impression? It starts with an unshakable belief in your own value. Stoicism teaches us that true confidence comes from within, rooted in understanding your worth, independent of external validation. High-value men embody this principle, walking into any interaction with a sense of calm certainty. The unspoken language of confidence. Words will follow naturally, but your energy sets the stage. When you finally speak, do so with intention. High-value men don't rush through sentences or feel the need to fill every moment with chatter. Every word they utter is deliberate, giving it weight and significance. Imagine saying something as simple as, "It's a pleasure to meet you," but in a calm, measured tone. The impact is profound. Moreover, they're masters of the pause. A well-timed silence can be more powerful than 100 words. Why? Because it draws her in, compelling her to focus on you. When you pause, you create space for her to internalize your words, to reflect on the meaning behind them. This silence isn't awkward, it's magnetic, leaving her wanting more. Here's the mistake most men make. They try to impress immediately, flooding the conversation with stories or jokes. High-value men, on the other hand, understand that less is often more. By focusing on making a woman feel seen and heard rather than trying to win her over, they create a safe and intriguing space. The subtle impact of these first moments lingers, setting the stage for a connection that she won't forget. Ask yourself this: how can you elevate the emotional experience of your first impression? Start by paying attention to the unspoken dynamics. Walk into every conversation knowing that your value isn't something you announce, it's something you radiate. What do you think so far? Do you feel the shift in energy that comes with owning your presence? Let's keep building on this foundation. Up next, we'll explore how emotional depth transforms casual encounters into unforgettable experiences. Ready to dive deeper? 2. Emotional impact. Creating meaningful and memorable interactions. Now that you've mastered the art of first impressions, it's time to move beyond surface-level exchanges. High-value men understand that real attraction isn't just about witty banter or compliments. It's about creating an emotional experience that resonates deeply. But how do they do it? By making every interaction meaningful, they craft moments that linger in a woman's mind long after the conversation ends. The power of emotional resonance. Think about the last time someone made you feel truly understood. It wasn't because of their words alone, but because of how they made you feel. High-value men know that women value emotional connection above all else. While many men stick to superficial topics, high-value men delve into conversations that evoke emotion, spark curiosity, and reveal vulnerability. They don't shy away from asking the right questions. Not the typical "what do you do" or "where are you from?" Instead, they ask questions that challenge her to reflect, like, what's something you've done recently that made you feel alive? What's a passion you have that most people don't know about? These questions go beyond small talk, drawing out stories, dreams, and emotions that others might never take the time to explore. In doing so, they create an environment where she feels safe to open up, making the interaction not just memorable but deeply personal. The art of storytelling. High-value men also use storytelling to heighten emotional impact. But here's the catch. These stories aren't random, they're intentional. Every story they share has a purpose. It's designed to evoke specific emotions, whether it's excitement, curiosity, or even vulnerability. Imagine telling her about a spontaneous road trip that changed your perspective on life, or sharing a moment of personal growth where you overcame a significant challenge. The key is to make these stories relatable and emotionally engaging. When she listens, she's not just hearing your experiences, she's feeling them. She's picturing herself in those moments, experiencing the highs and lows with you. Creating emotional highs and lows. Conversations that stick are those that take someone on an emotional journey. High-value men know how to guide interactions through a series of emotional highs and lows. For example, you might transition from a playful, light-hearted story to a more serious, introspective moment. This contrast keeps the conversation dynamic and engaging, ensuring she's emotionally invested. Consider this. When you share a moment of vulnerability, such as a personal failure or a challenge you faced, it shows depth and courage. Vulnerability, when shared appropriately, is a powerful tool. It signals emotional maturity and invites her to connect with you on a deeper level. The subtle hook of genuine compliments. Compliments, when used sparingly and with sincerity, can be powerful emotional hooks. High-value men know the importance of specificity. Rather than generic remarks like "you're beautiful," they focus on unique traits that demonstrate attentiveness. For instance, "I admire how passionate you are about topic." It's rare to see someone speak with such enthusiasm. These compliments do more than flatter. They make her feel seen and appreciated for who she is. And because they're tailored, she'll replay them in her mind, reinforcing the emotional connection. Why emotional depth stays with her. Here's the beauty of creating emotional impact. It ensures that your conversations leave a lasting impression. While others may engage in forgettable small talk, your words will stand out because they're tied to emotions, to moments of reflection and connection. Women remember how you make them feel, and when those feelings are positive and profound, they'll naturally gravitate back toward you. So let me ask you this. What kind of emotional experience are you offering in your conversations? If you're finding value in these insights, take a moment to reflect on your past interactions. Could they have been more meaningful? If you're ready to keep enhancing your communication game, don't forget to like this video for more insights. Your support helps us continue sharing content designed to transform your connections. Now, let's move on to one of the most fascinating elements of high-value communication, the mystery factor. Prepare to discover why leaving certain things unsaid is one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal. 3. The mystery factor, keeping her intrigued and curious. In a world where oversharing has become the norm, the art of mystery is a rare and powerful tool. High-value men understand this well. They know that revealing too much too soon can rob interactions of their excitement. Instead, they master the delicate balance of being open yet enigmatic, drawing women in and leaving them wanting more. Why mystery matters. Let's start with a simple truth. People are naturally drawn to the unknown. When something isn't fully revealed, the mind craves closure. This is why cliffhangers in stories or movies work so effectively. They keep us hooked, thinking about what could happen next. High-value men apply this same principle in their interactions with women. Imagine this scenario. She asks you about your work, and instead of giving a full rundown of your job title and daily tasks, you respond with, "It's a little complicated, but I enjoy it suddenly." She's intrigued. What does he do? Why is it complicated? This curiosity keeps her thinking about you long after the conversation has ended. Deliberate ambiguity. The key to maintaining mystery lies in deliberate ambiguity. High-value men don't evade questions to frustrate. They do so to create intrigue. When she inquires about your hobbies, instead of listing them all, you might say, "I've been working on something exciting lately. Maybe I'll share more next time." This statement leaves her curious and eager for the next interaction. But remember, ambiguity works best when paired with confidence. If you appear hesitant or unsure, it might come across as evasive. Instead, embrace the power of mystery with self-assurance, signaling that you have layers worth uncovering. Strategic silence. The power of pauses. Another tool high-value men wield masterfully is strategic silence. Many people rush to fill gaps in conversation, fearing that silence will create discomfort. But the truth is, silence can be magnetic. A well-timed pause after a thought-provoking statement or question allows the other person to reflect and process. For example, if you ask her, "What's something you've always wanted to do but haven't yet?" followed by a moment of silence, it invites her to delve deep and share something meaningful. This pause not only gives weight to your question but also builds tension and intimacy, planting seeds of curiosity. High-value men know how to drop hints and breadcrumbs, planting seeds of curiosity throughout their interactions. Perhaps you mention in passing that you've been planning a trip to a fascinating place, but you don't go into details. Or you reference a unique skill you're developing without fully explaining it. These small teasers spark her imagination, encouraging her to think about you and anticipate your next conversation. The goal is not to be evasive, but to create a sense of depth. Women are naturally curious, and when you give them just enough to pique their interest without satisfying it, they'll want to know more. This anticipation fuels attraction and makes your presence linger even when you're not around, balancing openness and mystery. Of course, maintaining mystery doesn't mean you should be closed off. High-value men strike a balance, revealing enough to build trust and rapport while keeping certain aspects of their lives private. This balance makes every interaction feel fresh and exciting. She never knows what she'll learn about you next, and that unpredictability keeps her engaged. Why mystery makes her miss you. Here's the secret. Mystery works hand in hand with absence. When you leave some questions unanswered and step away, you give her mind the space to wander. She'll replay your conversations, trying to piece together the parts you left unsaid. This mental engagement creates a sense of longing, making her miss you and look forward to the next encounter. If you're finding these insights valuable, now's the perfect time to let us know by liking this video. It's a small action, but it helps us reach more people who are looking to transform their relationships. And trust me, the next part is something you don't want to miss. We'll explore how absence can be your most powerful ally in building attraction. Ready to learn the art of creating space? Let's dive in. 4. The push-pull dynamic, the power of absence. Have you ever heard the phrase, "Absence makes the heart grow fonder"? In the realm of attraction, few things are as effective as creating space. High-value men know that constant presence can dull even the most intense connections. Instead, they mastered the push-pull dynamic, a dance of giving and retreating that builds anticipation and deepens desire. The art of emotional availability. High-value men are emotionally available in the moment. When they engage, they do so fully, offering their undivided attention and genuine interest. But here's the twist. Once the interaction reaches its peak, they step back. They understand that attraction thrives in the space between encounters. Think about the last time you truly missed someone. It wasn't because they were always around, constantly texting or calling. It was likely because they gave you time to reflect on your interactions, to replay moments in your mind and savor the feelings they evoked. High-value men create this dynamic deliberately, ensuring their absence becomes as impactful as their presence. Why overcommunication kills attraction. In today's world of instant messaging, it's easy to fall into the trap of overcommunication. You send a message, get a reply, and the cycle continues endlessly. But this constant back and forth leaves no room for mystery or longing. High-value men resist this temptation, knowing that too much availability can dilute attraction. Instead of replying to every message immediately or initiating conversations constantly, they create natural gaps. They might take a few hours to respond or even let a day pass before reaching out again. This isn't about playing games, it's about understanding human psychology. When someone isn't always available, it makes their time and attention feel more valuable, creating space without losing connection. The push-pull dynamic requires finesse. You want to create space, but not so much that the connection fades. High-value men strike this balance by leaving interactions on a high note. For example, after an engaging conversation, they might say, "I've got to run, but let's pick this up another time." This signals that you value her company, but also have a life of your own, a trait women find incredibly attractive. During these moments of absence, something magical happens. She starts to think about you. She wonders what you're doing, who you're with, and why you haven't reached out yet. This curiosity builds anticipation and deepens her emotional investment in the relationship. Building anticipation and desire. Absence isn't just about giving her time to miss you, it's about building anticipation for the next encounter. High-value men understand that the longer the wait, the greater the emotional payoff. When you finally re-engage, the interaction feels fresh and exciting, as if you're picking up right where you left off. But how do you know when it's time to reconnect? Pay attention to the cues. If she reaches out, it's a sign that she's been thinking about you and is ready for more. If not, trust your instincts. A well-timed message or call can reignite the spark and keep the momentum going. The long game. Cultivating lasting attraction. The push-pull dynamic isn't a one-time tactic, it's a long-term strategy. High-value men understand that building attraction is a marathon, not a sprint. By consistently creating moments of connection followed by periods of absence, they keep the relationship dynamic and engaging. Each interaction becomes a stepping stone, deepening the bond and heightening the desire for more. This approach also aligns beautifully with Stoicism, which teaches the importance of self-control and patience. By not rushing to fill every moment with interaction, high-value men demonstrate their ability to delay gratification, a trait that commands respect and admiration. Now let's take this a step further. How do you re-enter her life after creating that space? Timing is everything, and in the next section, we'll explore the art of re-engagement, how to make your return both seamless and impactful. But before we dive in, I want to hear from you. How do you typically balance presence and absence in your relationships? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. 5. Re-engaging with purpose. Strengthening the emotional bond. You've mastered the art of creating space, and now it's time for the next crucial step, re-engaging. High-value men understand that timing and intent are everything when re-entering someone's life. The way you reconnect can either reignite the spark or let it fizzle out. So how do you re-engage in a way that deepens the emotional bond and keeps her thinking about you? Let's explore. The perfect timing. Re-engagement isn't about sending a casual, thoughtless message. High-value men know how to read the situation and gauge the right moment to reach out. If you reappear too soon, it might seem like you're desperate for attention. Wait too long, and the connection could lose its momentum. The goal is to strike a balance, re-engaging when she's had just enough time to miss you, but is still emotionally invested. But how do you know when the timing is right? Pay attention to her behavior. If she's been subtly engaging with you on social media or reaching out in small ways, these are signs she's open to reconnecting. If not, trust your intuition and choose a moment that feels natural and thoughtful. Crafting the right message. When high-value men re-engage, they don't send generic "Hey, how are you?" texts. Instead, they build on the foundation of their previous conversations, showing genuine interest and thoughtfulness. For instance, if she mentioned a project or event she was excited about, you might say, "I was thinking about our last conversation. How's that project coming along?" This type of message accomplishes two things. It shows that you were actively listening, and it reopens the emotional connection without feeling forced. It's a subtle yet powerful way to remind her of the depth and quality of your interactions, continuing the emotional journey. Re-engagement is an opportunity to pick up where you left off, but with even more depth. High-value men don't revert to small talk. They use this moment to steer the conversation toward meaningful topics. Ask her about her recent experiences, passions, or thoughts on something intriguing. By doing so, you maintain the emotional momentum and keep her invested. For example, you might say, "You mentioned wanting to try something new this year. Have you had the chance yet?" This approach not only shows that you remember details about her life, but also encourages her to reflect and share more, deepening the connection. The power of thoughtful gestures. Sometimes, re-engagement doesn't have to start with words. High-value men know that small, thoughtful gestures can be just as impactful. It could be sharing an article or a song that reminded you of something she said, accompanied by a simple message like, "This made me think of you." These gestures show that she's been on your mind without coming across as overly eager. They create a sense of intimacy and thoughtfulness, reinforcing the idea that your connection is special, building anticipation for the next interaction. Once you've re-engaged, the goal is to set the stage for your next meeting. High-value men understand the importance of leaving her wanting more. After a meaningful conversation, end it on a high note with something like, "I've really enjoyed catching up. Let's continue this over coffee soon." This not only plants the idea of a future interaction, but also keeps her looking forward to seeing you again. The anticipation builds, making the next meeting feel even more exciting and significant. Why re-engagement strengthens attraction. Re-engaging with purpose shows her that your interactions are more than just fleeting moments. It signals that you value her time and the connection you're building. High-value men don't chase. They attract by creating an emotional rhythm that feels both intentional and organic. And here's the beauty of Stoicism once again. By remaining patient and measured in your approach, you demonstrate emotional resilience and self-mastery. These qualities not only make you stand out, but also show that you're someone who values meaningful connections over superficial encounters. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. How do you approach re-engaging with someone you're interested in? Do you have a favorite strategy or experience to share? Drop a comment below and let's learn from each other's journeys. A conclusion. The language of high-value communication. Throughout this journey, we've uncovered the key principles that set high-value men apart in their interactions with women. From crafting unforgettable first impressions to mastering the art of mystery, emotional depth, and re-engagement, these men communicate with purpose and intention. They don't just talk. They create experiences, leaving women intrigued, connected, and longing for more. At its core, High-value communication transcends the literal meaning of words. It's about how you make her feel, the emotional imprint you leave behind. Women remember the moments when they felt truly seen, heard, and valued. High-value men understand this, and they craft every interaction to evoke those powerful emotions. When you combine the strategies we've explored, confident first impressions, emotionally resonant conversations, the allure of mystery, the push-pull dynamic, and purposeful re-engagement, you create a communication style that captivates and endures. Each principle builds on the last, forming a cohesive approach that transforms your interactions into something truly extraordinary. Stoicism plays a vital role in this journey. It teaches us to cultivate self-control, patience, and inner strength, qualities that are foundational to high-value communication. By embracing Stoic principles, you remain calm under pressure, resist the urge to seek constant validation, and exude a quiet confidence that is inherently attractive. Remember, high-value men don't chase. They attract through their actions, their words, and the emotional experiences they create. Now, it's your turn. Which of these principles do you feel most drawn to? Are there specific strategies you're excited to try? Let's start a conversation. Drop a comment below sharing your thoughts, questions, or experiences. Your insights could inspire someone else on their journey. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like it. It helps us reach more people looking to transform their communication skills and build meaningful connections. And if you're hungry for more insights on relationships, personal growth, and Stoicism, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way, you'll never miss a new video. Lastly, if you know someone who could benefit from these lessons, share this video with them. Together, we can create a community of men who communicate with confidence, purpose, and authenticity. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Until next time, stay confident, stay intentional, and as always, keep striving to become the best version of yourself.